your money.
Yeah, literally, I talk about this extensively in my book. This is actually why women deserve less, guys. Because real talk, you set it up for me. Like, and I talk about this, like the whole simp economy that we have.
This is very crazy, by the way. We have to talk a bit about this.
Yeah, we could talk about it. And in the book, right? So the first thing is, the money sign. Then the next is like, don't get married in the West. Next is social media, because girls are social media crack whores nowadays.
And time, the most important thing.
And too many guys give these 4 things away to women for nothing. And if you look, right, people are like, oh my God, Marion, you're a jerk, whatever. I looked at all the top podcasts, by the way, which is long form content, all male dominated, not female dominated. Why is that? Well, because men have to bring value to get any type of attention.
We're used to doing
versus girls don't. Like girls can do some bullshit and get attention. But the thing is that women don't dominate YouTube and they don't dominate long form content. They typically only dominate short form content on TikTok or Instagram.
Even TikTok, the biggest TikToker is now Khabi.
It's a dude now?
Yeah, Khabi overtook him.
See, so there you go. But like, regardless, like that's where I've noticed where girls dominate when it comes to social media is typically picture apps like Instagram or short form content where they're dancing, whatever. But very few women can like keep an audience entertained for a long period of time. Now, Twitch is one of the anomalies, but they'll be playing video games or whatever.
They're with their boobs out and sitting in a hot tub.
Boobs out or whatever. So
right.
it's like,
and there's female podcasts. If you listen to what they talk about, Call Her Daddy, Emily Ratajkowski, former porn stars, they just get in, they hit the wall, and then they're mad because they're not getting the same attention they got when they were 21. So all they try to do is bring women to their side. Be a whore. Be an OnlyFans. And you are a bad person. You're a bad man if you don't want me when I'm 30 after having all my getting smashed up on. Yeah, they want to bring girls to that level because they're really bitter for the fact that they use up their value.
Podcast is Call Her Daddy, and that's about being a thought. Like if all the other top podcasts, all male run, etc. And here's the thing, I'm not telling y'all to like treat women poorly or be a jerk or whatever. Yeah, right? Obviously we're here in the UAE, it's a little bit different. But out in the West, right, you're in an English speaking first world country, like. Don't be a simp because women don't respect it. Like you got to figure out which girls deserve more, but most girls, quite frankly, deserve
the
less.
Males. These, especially in the West, they put women on a pedigree.
Yeah, they
on a pedestal.
Dude, in the West, like here, it's balanced. Like women understand that masculinity is a thing, men lead, women follow, etc. It's like already kind of established in the culture. But the United States, it's not like that. Like the average woman does not respect the average man in the United States at all. Like the average man is considered like they're invisible to most girls. And the reason why I blame, there's a multitude of reasons for this, but I think social media is probably one of the biggest contributors to, the skewed sexual marketplace or the dating marketplace, because you got a girl that's like a 5, she's getting attention from guys that are 8s, 9s, and 10s, right? Guys that are way above her level. But what she doesn't realize is those guys want her for sexual access. Yeah. Right. But she thinks that she can attract that caliber of guy. They come on my show all the time. Like, I deserve this kind of guy. It's like, no, you get sex from that guy only, nothing else. Yeah. But
they're probably people who are less good looking, but would provide like much more.
But they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care about them.
It's not just social media. It's also the movies that they watch. All these Disney movies made these girls think that they're princesses without doing anything. And they all think they're 10s. They all think they're perfect. They don't think that they have to self-improve. That's why their podcasts are all just about how you're perfect. Sex in the City. It's about how you can go outside and just date a bunch of guys. There's no self-improvement ideas for women. It's just accept me for who I am, fat positivity, accept me for who I like, slut walk. That they actually have that in New York. I'm sorry for swearing, but like they actually have our yell your abortion protests. Like they had protests in New York City. Big reason why I left, where they would go and march and they would yell about how many abortions they have.
Damn.
So
well,
different world.
Damn, that's crazy. And we'll get into it. I think we were talking about before earlier about America being consumers and stuff. It's actually crazy because I've realized, like, with all these days they have, like, let's say Women's Day, or let's say this day,
There's no Men's Day, really.
Really?
No.
Yeah, really. But anyways,
Women's March. There's no Men's March.
Even necessarily Mother's Day or these days, they built all these days just for consumers, because they want people to buy gifts for this person on this day.
All the holidays are for women. Day. Valentine's Day, it's just to spend money on women.
Exactly. And they just want you to consume, buy, spend.
And women are 80% of the consumer base in the United States.
Yeah, true.
And they hold 3/4 of the debt. Yeah. So, and I've talked about this too. Like, why are we so femme-centric in the West and the United States? Well, the reason why they push feminism, etc., is because when you push feminism, women make their own money. If women make their own money, they're more impressionable. When they're more impressionable, it's easier to sell to women. This is why advertisers target women very heavily in the United States. Yeah. The ads are like, oh yeah, you go girl, you're special, love your curves, whatever. They don't hold women accountable for their bad decisions because they can sell to them. I've always said, when you lie, women buy. Yeah. So if you're able to go ahead, because it works in two different things with feminism. What it's done is it's cut it's doubled the labor market. When you double the labor market, now you could pay people less. Yeah. Right. And on top of that, everything is doubled because now you got to sell to men and women, etc. So it works in that way where employers can pay you less. Now, on top of that, now you have another work demographic who's less concerned with necessarily creating wealth and saving, more concerned with consuming, and that's just women in general, right?
Yeah.
They're more prone to have debt. So it works out to their favor where it works to have feminism and have men and women split apart because it makes more money.
Yeah.
And they also tax